Hey, what's going on, BFL fam? I'm Carlos, and welcome back to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Today I'll be giving you my thoughts on the three new Navitus Parfums, Opulentas, Arcanum, and Lautus. Keep right there.
Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. Brooklyn Fragrance Lover.
Thanks so much for tuning in today. As always, I really do appreciate it and hope you're all doing great. It's been a crazy 2 to 3 weeks. I've been here quarantined like the rest of the world, and yeah, crazy times that we're going through. Before we go on with this video, I just want to let you know that these were sent to me by Steven. Thank you very much. He is the founder of this brand, and if you don't think that I can give you my thoughts in an unbiased way, then just go on and move on to the next video. Not saying that with any malice or trying to be sassy. A lot of you know that Steve and I are best friends, but if he put out something that I didn't like, I would definitely tell you so. And Steven knows that I'm totally upfront, and most of you know that I say it like it is. So as most of you are aware, Steven released his first 7 fragrances from Navitus back in December. Everyone was up on it. It did really well. There was a lot of buzz from day one. And for the most part, it was well received. There were some people who didn't, but as with anything, not everyone's going to love everything. And yeah, it did good for the brand. It did good for Oswald. I definitely enjoyed them, and I think it was a job well done, especially that these fragrances were made by some of my favorite noses of all time. As you may notice, these are different. The original 7, 5 of them were in 100 ml bottles with different caps, and then the 2 oud fragrances were in 50 ml bottles. These 3 are in 50 ml bottles, and they have a new cap. We'll start with this one here, which is Opulentas. It was composed by Chris Carbonell. Some keywords on the fragrance are luxurious, complex, and refined. The notes are apple, pink pepper, lemon, rose, cypriol, oud, patchouli, amber, woods, and oak moss. So this has a nice fresh opening. The apple and the lemon, not overly citrusy or overly fruity, but it's a fresh opening for sure. As it starts to dry down, the rose comes through and the oud comes through, but in this fragrance, in my opinion, it's not quite as animalic of an oud like the other 2 from the brand. It's a nice tame oud blended nicely with the rose, but not smelling like your typical rose oud combination. It's definitely got its own personality. It has moderate projection, and it has really good longevity. I think it's a good one. Not all of my favorites. I will 3, 2, 1 them at the end of this video, by the end of this video. And up next, moving along to number 2, this one's called Arcanum. It was composed by George Lee. Some descriptive words from the brand: mysterious, rich, addictive. The notes are cinnamon, coconut, frankincense tears, labdanum, osmanthus, Laotian oud, dark amberwoods, vanilla, and tonka bean. So this one for me, the cinnamon is front and center. From my skin, the cinnamon projects pretty nicely for a good portion of the wear on my skin. It kind of smells like tobacco-y to me. There's no tobacco note, I just read them to you, but the cinnamon, I think, has that kind of tobacco-y effect in the way it was composed with the other notes in this. As it starts to dry down, the oud comes through, but it's a creamy oud, nothing animalic or pungent or medicinal, band-aidy, none of the above. It's creamy. The dry down is woody, a nice velvety woody again. These all seem to have a woody dry down in the end, but this one has a creamy woody thing going on because of the vanilla and the tonka. The vanilla is not overly sweet. these fragrances are all more woody to my nose. And yeah, so there's nothing cloying here or too sweet. I don't get the coconut. I was wanting to get the coconut mixed with frankincense, but I got the resinous notes, but the coconut didn't come through from my skin anyway. It might be different on your skin because, you know, things work differently on different people. And lastly, we have Lautus. By the way, this is a Lucky Scent exclusive. You'll be able to only get it there and at navitusparfums.com. So this was composed by Bertrand Duchefort. The notes, the descriptive notes from the brand: distinguished, elegant, and modern. The notes were neroli, verbena, lavender, yuzu, juniper berry, cascarilla, freesia and orris, ambergris, palisander, rosewood, patchouli, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla absolute. I have to say that this color is exceptionally beautiful. That jade kind of green thing going on. Beautiful color, love it. So, hope both hands are used up. Lavender, soothing lavender, very elegant lavender. Lautus opens with lavender supported by the citrus notes of the neroli and the yuzu. So it's not an herbally lavender. It's a little fresh, supported by those two citrus notes. And it's really nice. It's not a... Sometimes I get a medicinal nuance from lavender, but here it's a kind of fresh lavender, kind of relaxing and definitely gentlemanly. The florals in the heart don't really pop from my skin. It's a nice, well-rounded bouquet that is gentlemanly, is the best word I can think of. It's not too heady. It's just really nice and like sharp, like for a sharp dressed man. The dry down is very woody, a very velvety and creamy woody, and it's a nice finish to that lavender and then a little floral. Overall, it's really, really nice. They're all really nice, but I do have my personal favorites, as I'm sure you will. You can't love everything from every line, right? So my number one is Arcanum. My number two, Lautus. And this one, it was my least of the three. So 3, 2, 1 are the order that I enjoyed them in. Well, my friends, that's my thoughts on the new 3 offerings from Navitus Parfums. Short and sweet like I always do. I do hope you enjoyed. I would like to offer a 5 ml can of all 3 to one lucky subscriber. All you have to do is subscribe to Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, like this video, then leave one comment down below with what you enjoyed most about this video today. If you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing. If you haven't been a subscriber, click on the bell icon so you don't miss notifications of new reviews, new content giveaways, and all the fragrance fun always happening right here at BFL. Take care, stay blessed, and I will see you at the next review.